everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up with a layer for 30 Days of Sketches by Christy's Beautiful Life Series 10. This sketch is released on October 12th and it's created by Kathryn Ronson. Any details I have of Kathryn will be linked down below, but I will also link directly to the 30 Days of Sketches Facebook group so you can see all of the sketches there for this month, as well as the playlist for everybody's videos that are creating in the month of October. These sketches are all exclusive, so members of the 30 Days of Sketches community have created them for Christy exclusively for this Series 10, which is super exciting. Now I am using this sketch, so you sort of saw the basic outline of what I'm doing. So I've got the sort of papers, pattern papers that I'm using in a sort of similar, design that Kathryn created in her sketch. It's not identical, but it definitely was inspired by it. I definitely used the sketch to create this. And then I decided I really wanted to add all of these rainbows. So I'm kind of treating these rainbows as a bit like pattern paper. So I'm adding these almost like a pattern paper. So I'm not popping any of them up on foam. They all are going to be stuck down flat to the page. And I'm pulling it because in Addison's pram, in the bassinet, you can just see her little head. It's got rainbows on it. Now, admittedly, they're upside down. Don't hold that against me. They are upside down. But it just sort of worked with this rainbow theme, so that's what I'm doing. So I guess I wanted to show you that my initial sort of paper that I put down on the page was definitely following the sketch, and then my interpretation is that these rainbows are, I'm just making my own pattern paper. So that's what I'm doing. And then I hope I edited out you watching me stick all these things down. If I haven't, I will be very shortly, because you don't need to watch me sticking down all of these rainbows, because I just, as I said, stick them flat to the ground, to the paper. So I used the Raindrops paper from the Daydream collection, and then I fussy cut all of these rainbows from both the 12x12 and the 6x8 pattern paper. And then I am just sticking all of those down. Oh, look, I did edit it out. Go me. So I'm sticking down all of those, or I have stuck all of those butterflies down. Sorry. Oh my gosh, all of those rainbows down. And then I'm going to come back now and adhere sort of the pattern paper elements, which is what was sort of following the sketch. So I'm using a full 6x8 sheet of paper here, and then I've got a bit of scrap, which I'm using to create a vertical element, and then I'm adding my photo. Now I've sort of flipped a little bit of what Kathryn has created in her sketch. So her photo is sort of a horizontal photo, and I'm going with a vertical photo. So I've kind of flipped it a little bit, and I've added my horizontal element in terms of the pattern paper, and then my photo becomes vertical. And to sort of make that work from a symmetry perspective, I kind of made my larger piece of pattern paper in the background to be vertical as well. And I like it. I think it works. Sorry, this is the fourth voiceover I have filmed in a row. And my voice is starting to get a little scratchy. I also apologise if you can hear my washing machine in the background. Multitasking at its finest. I am sitting in the kitchen, which is where I'm kind of scrapping at the moment. Addison's asleep, the washing's on, the dishes need doing. I've got my checklist of things I need to get done today, but doing these voiceovers was on the list because I can't film any more videos until I've done these voiceovers because my phone is full. So there's a method to my madness, but getting them all done. So I've used two of the little cutter parts from the 6x8 sheet. So you've probably seen these pop up in the larger format in some of my other videos, but they say these are a few of my favourite things, and then the Remember This, which is where I'll add, a little bit of journaling. So this is for Addie's milestone album, so they're all kind of firsts of things. So this is the first walk she went on. This was on the 3rd of April, so she was born on the 31st, so it was day 4. It was a very slow walk. I was still recovering, stitches, all that jazz. If you've had babies, you will understand. And so it was a very slow walk, but we just wanted to get out. Actually, my mum was with us and Lincoln was there as well. So it was sort of more for his benefit, and I just walked extremely slowly behind them, and mum sort of had Lincoln getting him out of the house. Obviously he'd been cooped up because, had a baby, and so it was just nice to be able to do some things outside. The weather was beautiful. So yeah, and it was good for me in my recovery to get out and moving, and not pushing it too hard, but still getting out and moving was good. Right, so I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't do a very good editing job here, did I? I was probably letting the dog out or helping Lincoln with something. That tends to happen a little bit. If I do film a little bit while Lincoln is up because he doesn't sleep so much anymore. And usually if he's playing, I am sitting at the kitchen table and his playroom is sort of right beside the kitchen, so I can watch him, and he quite likes that. So I talk to him, but then he sometimes doesn't realise that I'm filming, and then he notices and he comes up and he's like, "What are you doing, Mummy?" And he wants to get involved. So sometimes it's a disjointed process to film, but other times I can get, a couple of videos filmed while he's happily playing. So it works quite well. Now I fussy cut a few of the moths from the 6x8 paper as well in this collection, and I'm just sticking a few of those around. So I don't do a lot of embellishments. This is sort of as far as it goes. It's a busy page. There's a lot going on, let's be honest. So I kind of am using the moths as sort of the embellishment. Now, from the sketch perspective, I actually did place the larger moths. So there's two larger moths, and I sort of tried to place the moths where the little circles are on Kathryn's sketch. So she's got a little circle on either side of the title, and then one in the top right where the little kind of flag cluster is. And I don't know if you noticed, but I did a cluster up in the top right as well, the same as her sketch. I put my title where her sketch kind of suggests or recommends a title. So there was definitely a method to my madness, and I was definitely following the sketch. So I'm very happy with how this one came together, and I used a lot of those fussy cut rainbows. Why can I not think of the word rainbow today? So there we go. I'm just sticking everything down. Oh, I'm only using one hand. I know what's happening here. I know where I went. I went to pick up my baby who'd woken up from her nap, and now I am finishing this layout one-handed. That's why you can only see one hand, because I'm holding her on my knee with the other hand. So I only had a few of these little butterflies, or moths I should say, to stick down. And so I really wanted to finish the layout, and she'd just woken up. So that's where I had disappeared to when I had gone for that minute or so. So I think I'm done. I don't add any splatters to this because, as I said, there's a lot going on. So I managed to hold the side of the page and have my arm around my baby so she doesn't fall off my lap at the same time. That's parenting multitasking for you right there. So I don't have any splatters. As I said, there's a lot going on to this page. So I'm done. So here is the close-up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everything will be linked in the description box down below for 30 days of sketches. And I look forward to seeing you in our next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.